Hey y'all, welcome to the Fill-In Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market, right? But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at the SPY, and as you can see, this has been our zone or our gathering spot, as I like to say. And we just got some economic data. We came down, bounced off of that. So where are the trouble places for the SPY as of now? Our support is around 597.72. That's where we've been kind of for a while, right? Resistance 598.04. So if we should break back to the upside, I would definitely watch 598.29. 598.56. If we break 598.56, 598 or 599. 599, 598.98 or 599. If we should break that level, 599.23. If we break 599.23, 599.60. Now, SPY is an inside day candle. I will give the trigger for that in just a moment. So back to the downside. If we break back under, I would say under the 597.10. In my opinion, that was a strong support area for the SPY on yesterday. Price was just in this area, as you can see here, right? So if we break back under the 597.10, we could possibly come down, find support. As you can see, this candle bounced here. 596.71, that was another zone or support area for us. 596.71. Under that, 596.45. If we break that level, 596.26, which is the ATR trailing stop here. And if we break that, 595.99, which is the 200 EMA as of right now. To the downside, those are places that I would watch the SPY, and to the upside. Now, I did mention that the SPY is an inside day candle, and it's kind of like if it break above this or below this, then this is the target basically, right? So to the upside, above 599.23 gives us 599.29, which is not very far, right? To the downside, if by chance we break under the level of 594.96, we have a downside target for the SPY at 594.37. So the SPY should be interesting today to watch, right? It's showing me that it's moving a little sideways in my opinion. Again, there is some economic data. Jobless claims came out at 8:30. That's why we have this candle here. We have PPI that came out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that Fed Powell speaks today at 3 o'clock. So that's something to be mindful of, because those things can move the market in any direction, right? We're now looking at Tesla. Tesla closed at 330.24. This is our zone for Tesla. Let me see if I can mark that. We are trading here in this zone, and I just look and see where the body of the candles are, and right there is a zone for us. We're breaking out of that, and we came down and found support at a previous support area. That's why it's so important to remember those places. So as of now, support is around 325.23, resistance around the 328.35. If we break the 328.35, we can come back to the 331.52. If we break the 331.52, 335.40 is where this ATR trailing stop is forming. If we break the 335.40, we could possibly have resistance or trouble around the 336.68. So I would definitely watch those places for Tesla. Now, if we break the 336.68, we could very well come back to 339.71, 342.02, and again here, let's see, at the 344.29. So those are going to be places to the upside for Tesla. Now, if by chance we break to the downside under 325.23, we could very well come back and find support here at 322.50, under 322.50. 320.30. If we break that level, we could find support at 315.87. So those are going to be trouble places to the upside and to the downside for Tesla. Keep in mind, Tesla does what it does. It normally exceeds its ATR. And I always say, y'all, once it goes against your reason for getting in the trade, make sure you get out of the trade, right? So we are now looking at NVDA. NVDA closed at 146.27. As you can see, we had a support marked at 147.34. Resistance was around 147.55. That was our zone. We got that information. It broke out of that area. So where are the trouble places as of now? As you can see, y'all, look, price stopped right. If I just marked where that price stopped, it's right where we were on yesterday on this candle here. That's why it's important to mark your support and your resistance and know where those places are, right? So again, with NVIDIA to the upside, I would definitely, it would need to get back above 147.55. If we break that level, 147.77. If we should break that level, 148. 10. If we break 148.10, we can come back to, I would say, 148.55. And if we break the 148.55, 148.67, and beyond that, 148.91. Those are going to be trouble places to the upside for NVIDIA. Now, being that we found support in this area again at 146.89, if we should break that level, we could come back to 146.74. If we break 146.74, 146.64, under that 146.49. If we break 146.49, 146.27, and I got that from just looking over to where that line is here, 146.27. If we should break that, we could very well come back to this area of support, 145.95. And if we break that level, 145.83 is an area of support for NVIDIA. And keep in mind, I look at support and resistance on a much smaller scale because when I'm in the trade, I want to know where my trouble places are. So I needed to put that, say that although I do look at the wider scale, the smaller scale works for me when I'm in the trade. Under 145.83 for NVIDIA, we could very well come back to 145.39. So if you trade NVIDIA today, those are places to the upside and to the downside. Trade carefully. We are now looking at AMD. We closed at 139.30. It too has been trading in this zone. We'll have support at around 140.52, resistance at 141.03. So where are the trouble places? If we get back above 141.03, we could still have trouble at around 141.17. And if we break that, 141.57, which is the ATR trailing stop and the 50 EMA. So in my opinion, that's strong resistance. If we break that area, we could very well have trouble here at 141.78, 142.23, 142, let's say 142.56, and if we break 142.56, 143.03. Those are going to be trouble places to the upside for AMD. Now to the downside, under 140.52, we could very well find support here at 140.29. Again, that's where the body of this candle is and the bottom of this candle. So if we should break this level, just know that we could have trouble around 139.97, again here at 139.59, 139.11, and 138.60. Under 138.60, 138.14. So if you trade AMD today, these are places to the upside and to the downside. I would definitely watch. I did say that SPY was an inside day candle. SPX is also an inside day candle. And I literally have to say these numbers out loud because it seems like when I try to say them, because I'm so not used to saying that many numbers, right? So above 6007.55 for SPX gives us a target for 6010.15. Under 5965 gives us a downside target of, that's 5965.25, gives us a downside target of 5960.05. So SPX and the SPY are inside day candles. So if you trade those today, trade carefully. Mara is doing what it, Bitcoin is at 91,000. So Mara has made a high of 91,000. So Mara is one of those that you could definitely benefit from. As of right now, we closed at 2170. Support is here around 2216. If by chance we break this level of support, we can come back to 2179 and find support again here at 2161 and 2136. If we break the 2136, 2125. So if you trade Mara, I would look at those places as support. Now resistance to the upside, 2283. Beyond that area, let's say 2312. If we go break the level 2312, we can come back to the 2350, which is not far from the ATR trailing stop at 2360. So Mara is trading in a zone as of right now. It could go in either direction. Right now, that support area of 2216, it would be an area that I would watch. So if you trade Mara today, so those are areas that I would definitely watch for Mara. And again, y'all, I did mention that we have economic data today, and I wanted to show where I get that from. It's just Market Watch. If you want to, wherever you get your news from, just pay attention to things that, let me get on the right day, right? So just pay very close attention to things that could very well move the market. At 8:30, we had that PPI and we had the initial jobless claims, and we see that in our 8:30 candle here with Mara. Or let's go to the SPY. Let's see. We see that on this 8:30 candle with the SPY, it moved the market. So make sure you pay attention to the news and things that's happening for the day if you're trading, because you don't want to be in a trade and then something comes out and then it happens really, really quick and you're not able to, either get out or even be knowledgeable of that. So that's always helpful, y'all. So again, this is what I see when I look at the market, y'all. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day today. If you could please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Why? Because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.